Welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to our review of the Shark ZU102 Rotator PET upright vacuum. It's a mid-level upright vacuum from Shark, one of the leading manufacturers of upright vacuums. The Rotator PET has a lot of great features and is selling for a pretty decent price. We bought one for ourselves and put it through all kinds of tests over the past few weeks. In this video, I'll go over the pros and cons of the Shark Rotator PET and reveal at the end if it made the Vacuum Wars Top 10 Best Upright Vacuum list on our website. So links in the description, and let's get started. Starting off with the pros, one of the best things about this vacuum, in my opinion, was its performance, especially on carpets. While its suction power was only slightly above average, as well as the usable suction power, its practical performance was extremely good. Particularly notable was its carpet deep cleaning ability. In our carpet deep clean test, where we see how good the vacuum is at picking up deeply embedded debris in carpet like sand, it had a perfect score. But the Rotator PET was also really good at picking up debris on the surfaces of hard floors and carpets. On carpets, it picked up all the types and sizes of debris that we tested it with, from fine to extra large debris, though on hard floors, while it was better than average at picking up different sizes of debris, it did struggle with the extra large debris, which is common for upright vacuums on hard floors. But the Shark Rotator PET has a solution for this that many don't, which is a easily detachable wand, so that if you encounter large debris, you can simply pull out the wand and pick the debris up that way. Another good performance pro was its ability to pick up and manage both pet and human hair. Premium vacuum cleaners like this one have really solved the hair problem in recent years, and the Rotator PET resists hair tangles with Shark's new Hair Pro system, which actively removes hair from the brush as it vacuums. And it did nearly perfectly with this in both our 7-inch and 14-inch hair tests. Moving on to another set of pros, which are related to its ergonomics, that is, how easy it is to use the vacuum. The Shark Rotator PET generally felt light in my hand. Its overall weight was right at the average amount, but it had a great swivel that was very responsive to wrist movements, something that Shark has always been good at. But one of the coolest things was its super long 12-foot hose. It may be one of the longer hoses I've ever seen on an upright vacuum, and if above floor cleaning jobs are important to you, this can be really beneficial. For example, if you have stairs that you want to vacuum with the attachment set, the hose would be useful. Speaking of the attachment set, the Rotator PET comes with an upholstery tool / brush and a crevice tool. I particularly like the upholstery tool, but the brush part of that combo tool isn't all that useful in my opinion. The bristles were stiff and short and can't be really used for dusting, though Shark does offer many dusting attachments that you can buy separately. The crevice tool was good, but there's only so much you can do with a crevice tool. Some other pros have to do with its features and specs. One of my favorite features is the complete seal filtration technology, where in addition to a HEPA filter, the Shark Rotator PET has a sealed system so that it keeps all the stuff you vacuum up inside the vacuum instead of being expelled back into the air, and it passed our fog test perfectly, which is really good for a vacuum in this price range. Another feature is the odor neutralizer, which is a little cartridge that is connected to the exhaust, which freshens the air as you vacuum and can be replaced periodically. The Shark Rotator PET also has a really large dust bin at almost 3 liters, which is slightly larger than average, but it's certainly larger than the average bagless vacuum bin. The final pro I'll mention is about its value. It's selling at a cheaper price than the average price of the vacuums we've tested, and it has a longer than average 5-year warranty. Before I move on to the cons, I'll mention some things that are neither bad nor good, but just kind of neutral. For example, its noise level was pretty much exactly the average amount of the ones we've tested. Also, its cord length was slightly below average. But moving on to the negative stuff, one of the interesting things was that the airflow at the head was significantly lower than the airflow at the hose, and this isn't a very common thing for us to see. I'm really not sure what was going on there, but this did seem to show up with things like the crevice pickup test, where it was remarkably below average. This really isn't a big deal unless you need to clean out crevices, but it was interesting. Another thing is that when vacuuming throw rugs and certain types of carpet, carpet, it could have almost too much suction, but you can back off the suction amount with the manual suction adjustment lever on the handle, which is a nice feature to have, and it does help with vacuuming thick rugs. One feature that I wish it would have had but doesn't is lift away, which has become popular on other Shark vacuums, where you can pull the canister and motor away from the floor head to carry it around for stair cleaning or other above floor cleaning jobs. Overall, I think the Shark Rotator Pet upright vacuum is a solid buy. It's certainly selling well online and has great reviews from consumers. And after adding up all of our scores, it is currently ranking on the top 10 list, but just barely hanging in there. But it is one of the cheaper ones on the list, which is pretty impressive. Links in the description, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching. All of the links in the description are updated regularly to reflect our current favorite vacuums in multiple categories. You'll also find links to the Vacuum Wars website in the description, where we have more detailed lists of our favorite products, like our new top 20 robot vacuums list, which is updated weekly.